Greetings and salutations, my artsy friends. How is everyone today? So good, I hope. So good. Oh my good gravy, I have so many things to blab about today. I know that comes as no surprise to any of you who know me. Did you know that today is Norman Rockwell's birthday? That's a pretty cool thing to know, right? And it is also, today is also, American Painters Day, which, focuses on, I'm going to just continue to paste these. Good morning, Patricia Olson. How are you this morning? I still have more of these hearts to glue onto my page. So while we're waiting for lots of people to show up, good morning, Deb. I'm so glad you're in sunny Arizona. It's kind of a fabulous place, isn't it? Although I will say Minnesota is quite fabulous too. I have some Minnesota art hanging in my living room window right now by a beautiful Minnesota artist. Okay, let's see. So I'm just going to keep gluing some of these hearts in here. Good morning, Susan. While we're waiting for everybody to show up, I do have lots and lots for us to play with today. Let's see. Where we can put this guy? Ooh, right there. That's good. I just wanted it to be just like a big cluster of hearts. And I have so many hearts. I have so many hearts to glue down, but I kind of like it. Like I like the idea of, let's see, of like just this cluster of hearts. Do you know what I mean? Let's see. Ooh, that's kind of good. I like that. I'll scoot that over. So I think is my whole book in the. Let's see. Good morning, Sue Curlin. How are you? There we go. Is everything showing? So, I have so many things that are happening today. So, what is happening today? We're going to play with a couple of things. So, I, on purpose, didn't start my March calendar page yet. I thought we could do that together. So if you were a smarty and you opened your newsletter, you had a 2-day advance on purchasing the March artwork. It was oops. I posted the link in the newsletter. So you should always open your newsletter, guys. You should always open your newsletters because you just never know what might be hiding in there. Remember that this week is the Super Bowl. Good morning, Carm. Good morning, Lindy Barnes. While we're waiting for everybody to show up, I'm just gluing hearts in my art journal. I still have all these hearts that I plan to use. I want them all glued on these pages. Remember that this Sunday is Super Bowl Sunday, and so I will have a free interactive Super Bowl printable available on my, let's see, let's go right there. On my website, I will let you know when it posts. But it's cute, just so you know. I kind of wanted like clusters and then like some like just trickling off. I thought that might be kind of cool because I have so many. Does anybody else finish their bubble wrap page? And does anybody else feel like your page needs to be done that day? Don't feel that way. Don't feel that way. Remember, it can be a whole book of work in progress. And it's a whole book of figuring artsy techniques out, right? So it doesn't have to be, I don't want anybody to feel like this needs to be a book of masterpieces. It absolutely does not. It absolutely does not. It needs to be a book of experimentation, of artsy experimentation. Oh, I do have more stickers to put down on my fruit and vegetable page. I'm so into berries these days. So I've been trying really hard to peel the label off the top of the berry basket. Sometimes that's easier said than done. And sometimes I just give up on it. These Autumn Glory, I'm just going to tell you, they are delicious. They are delicious apples. I think I have one more sticker. A banana, of course. Ta-da. So, remember our bingo card. I need to, I need to move that. That seems like an accident waiting to happen. Like I just might knock it over. I just need to come back and read my bingo card over and over again. I want to read more. I did just read, and I told myself, so I always read like whatever the book club book is, but some months that's the only book I read. So I told myself I need to, I wanted to read at least one more book every month, which is hardly anything in comparison to Keely and Kay and probably a bunch more of you. But it's a step for me. It's a step. And so I did read the second Vera book, and it was, dang, what's the name of it? I'm telling you, you should just check those books out. They're just easy to read. Vera Wong. Guide to Snooping on a Dead Man and Unsolicited Advice for Murderers. So here's a link. Let's see if I can get a link to that. The author's name is Jesse Q. Satant. S-U. Satanto. I don't know if that's correct, but I'm going to put a link in the group. Anybody else losing me? So there's a link to the first one I read, and then if you go there, then you'll find the second one. Good morning, Renata. How are you? Is it cold and snowy in, sorry. I cannot multitask, you guys. Okay, so anyway, I want to go over my, my bingo card and keep doing these things. Keep walking, keep hosting my friends, clean out my camera roll on my phone. Good gravy. That's a task. Utilize my color cubes more. Make art for me. Artist study. So, closet clean out. Good Lord. Stitch more. Listen to new music. Create more mail art, go to art museums, take myself on some artist dates. And an artist date can be in your own stinking backyard. Do you know what I mean? You can take an artist date through some art books that you just happen to have on your shelves. Pull it down. Get inspired again. Watch the birds, of course. And visit old artsy endeavors. And so what I meant by this was, I was having this discussion with Carmen about my art journals. I go back in my art journals. I've brought them here to you to show you, like, we're doing crayon rubbings. And here's some things I made with crayon rubbings over the years. Because you do revisit artsy techniques, right? So remember that this is like your reference file. Remember, I've talked to you guys about in art school, that was kind of hammered in us to always have a reference file, because a reference file is golden, right? And back then, a reference file could be magazine ads with a font that you really liked, so you rip out the page. It could be photos that you find fascinating. It could be a little scrap of paper from an artsy project that you had this little piece left over and you loved the way that painting looked, right? So just know that it can be a reference file is something for you to refer back to. Like, how did I do that project? What colors did I combine? What, right? So, anywho. And then, you know, as always, I always have my sticker page with my fruit and vegetable stickers. This was, do you remember, this was for National Handwriting Day, and this was in honor of Paul Klee. This was National Polka Dot Day. This was National Bubble Wrap Day. And this page is going to be, well, I have so many things to work on today. Good thing it's only 12 minutes after 9. So I did go to the art store this weekend and I found Light Blue Violet, which is Liquitex's color of the year. And so I thought, I think I want to do something in my art journal to honor that. And so I thought, you know what? I think I want to, remember we talked about like using more acrylic paint in our art journals this year? So I have this crazy brush that's like 400 years old. And it is rough condition, let me just tell you. So I'm just dipping it in my water. And I want to soften that. Like just soften this acrylic just a little bit. And my thought was, I want to do a background here, but I thought I might do just some mark making like this. And I thought I might do one layer like this, and then maybe I'll come in with a lighter value. Do you know what I mean? And so by that, I mean I'm going to add more water. If I want to make it a tint, I'm going to add white, right? But if I just want to play with values, I can just add water, or like I said, I can add white. I just thought it would be a cool experiment in celebrating this color. So I'm telling you, it is a periwinkle's lover's dream. Oh my gosh. I'm just in love with it. So I just thought, wouldn't it be, you know what? I have a lot of paint here. Let's do another page. I have so much paint on my brush. And look, I haven't even touched this. So just, you know, let's celebrate some color. Why wouldn't we, for pity's sake? saw somebody, now I'm trying to remember her name. I saved it, so I will be able to share with you who that was. But she did a page with some marks, sort of like this. Okay, so I'm going to move this aside, but I still have paint. So, do you remember? That's drying. Do you remember last week I had some, what did I do with those? I had some pages from a there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. I had these pages from a hymnal that a friend gave me. She just gave me some pages from it, and I was like, oh, I thought I saw all kinds of artsy possibilities, right? So here's the thing. So now I have that page, right? I have those 2 pages in my book, and now I have these pages that I can add to it, right? I mean, and here's the thing. I could kind of make this whatever I want. I'm going to dip my paintbrush back in water. Because sometimes you can, I find, it's kind of fun to water down your acrylic. And then it's sort of watercolory, sort of. So then what if we have that piece, then what if we take this page and we just, stop it. We use up all of that paint, right? And then we have these 2 pieces of art papers to build with, right? Remember, just like we did with the bubble wrap day, we built with we just used up all of our paint, and there we go. Stop it. So now I have 3 pieces of papers. So I have the 2 pages. Good morning, Nance. We have 3 papers. I have this paper, I have this paper, and then I have the 2 pages in my art journal. So those, we're going to set those all aside to dry. And then who knows what we'll make with those, right? Remember last week we used one of those papers to create the letters. We used one of those papers we painted all the hearts. We used up all that paint. Always use up all that paint. Don't let it go to waste. I think I could wipe just that out. I'm thinking that might be okay. Right? Ta-da. Okay. Now, this week we are going to play with 2 art principles. So, every week every month I come up with a new calendar page for us to do, right? And so this month, this is for March. What did I do there? This is for March, and that it is, remember we always have the following month, right? We start with the following month's art, it comes out on the first day of the previous month. So on February 1st, if you opened your newsletter, there was a link for this art printable. Okay, so remember I said I was going to use colored pencils in all of my I'll move this light just a little bit. But this month I said that I wanted to use colored pencils to like up my colored pencil game. But this month I'm feeling like I want to use my Inktense. I don't know. I'm just kind of feeling it. So let's see. Let's pull some colors out, shall we? Oh, I have some all my Derwents are in here. So I have some pro colors and well, I have all kinds. One time Tammy and I went to the art store and we bought all the Graphitint. We bought all of them. They were open stock. We should have just bought a set. But no, we didn't. I don't know that we bought them all the first time. I think it might have been a secondary trip that we bought the second set. But anyway, I told myself I was going to use Derwent this month. So I'm going to use my Inktense, my Pro Color, and my Graphitint on this page. Everybody take a drink. So we're going to play with this. And remember, each month we have 2 featured throwback art printables. And today, this 2-week session is all about the Keely art printable. And the Keely art printable is 4 hearts. Stop it. We did go back and buy the rest. Is 4 hearts of artsy goodness, right? And then, I love this one with the knitted heart. You know what? I love all 4 of them. I love all 4 of them. Anyway, because Keely is my heart. And then this month's calendar artwork is, I wanted to, remember every month I'm going to give you a encouraging message, and you can do hard things is one that I have to tell myself all the time. And so I thought, well, maybe if I need to hear it, you guys need to hear it too. I'm really digging these colors. And you know what? These are the Derwent Pro Color. I remember I bought these in the same manner, Tam. I remember I bought like color pairs that I liked, like just 2 and 2 and 2. And then I went back and bought more, and you know how that goes. So I'm going to pull them all out so that I can, you know, fiddle around. I have this, look at this cool old can that my brother gave me 100 years ago. My brother, God rest his soul, he and I, we both loved our old junk, let me just tell you. I have so many bits and pieces of his stuff. It makes me smile. So I think I'm going to use my Derwents on both the March calendar art and the Keely art printable, and then we'll make stuff with it. So let's see. I have these 2. I think this one, let's see, geranium, maybe. That's kind of looking, maybe. Feel like I just need to pick a color and then, you know what I mean? And then just build from there. So I'm really feeling, well, you know what? It was this color. Pink Matter Lake. So I'm going to come in and this big flower, this big flower, this big flower. You know what? Let's do these littles. So I'm going to just come in Do my circly blend. Lay down my color in that circly fashion. Then I get a pretty nice coverage. And I can build from there. And who knows what I'll build on top, right? But you know, I'm just enjoying the meditative practice of just filling in things with color. That makes me so happy. So, Carmen and Joni and I were talking the other day about our calendar pages. Remember, Carmen had the brilliant idea of putting it at the beginning of the month in her art journal. Well, I was going to do that, and then did you see what I put at the beginning of the month? I put my bingo card. Whatever. Best laid plans, you guys. But I thought, well, I can still put it in there. It just might not be like the exact spot that I thought I would put it in the beginning, but I can still put it in my art journal. I like the idea of just documenting our year artistically. Do you know what I mean? I really like that idea. So I'm thinking about laying down this color first, and then I wonder what would happen if I did some like Inktense on top of here. What would happen? Debbie, you make me laugh so hard. I hope you're just enjoying the sun. My sister said she can't wait to just sit in the sun. I was talking to my cousin Lisa, who's also coming to the retreat as a teacher, and she said, "It's so crazy cold. Please tell me it will be warm when I get to Arizona." And I said, "It'll certainly be warmer than Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan." Last month, I noticed, so it's so funny how everybody views these calendar pages differently, and how everybody views my artwork differently. Do you know what I mean? Like, I love to see what color combinations you guys come up with. I like to see what techniques, like what artsy techniques you use, what mediums you use. It's all so so inspiring. I just love it. Okay, so now I'm thinking, so I have that color, and then I had, what was the color I was going to use with this one? This was the medium of the three, I think. Here's the lightest. What if we come in with that one around the edges of the petals? Do you know what I mean? That's kind of pretty subtle, but I see it. Oh, so anyway, Tessa Oh, I'm so happy that you're sitting in the sun, Deb. So ready for warm weather. Can't be there. Wait for the 20th. Yay, Tam, me either. Can sitting in the sun bed be one of our projects? I promise Vic, we have lots of outside activities this year. I loved that so much last year that we're gonna do the same. We will continue in that vein this year. Let's see, does this, I don't know. I'm just gonna pull some and then see what we can find. That seems a little too orange. I just wonder what would happen if okay, so I have this, let's see, poppy red. That seems too kind of intense. I'm just so curious what would happen if I put like a Inktense on top of colored pencil. I don't know. That seems brown. Does it take you guys sometimes? Does it take you some time to pick a color sometimes? Because that's kind of where I'm feeling this morning. Okay, so now I have chili red. Let's see what happens with that. So I'm going to just dip it in my water that's blue. And I'm just going to add a bit of that right here at the base. See what happens. Right? Now let's get a brush. Get my brush in water. Let's pull some of that over here. Ooh, that's kind of pretty, you guys. It's just kind of fun and cool to see what happens. So that seems pretty, that's pretty intense. So I'm feeling like, let's get some of that off. Dab that off. Inktense. Maybe it would be better. So let's try that again. And this time, I think I'm just gonna, let's try this. If I just color some on there and then come in with my damp brush, let's see what happens then. Yeah, that's softer. That's kind of what I'm going for. So this one, once that dries, I'll go back and do this same idea. Just color some on and then soften it. Yeah, that one was wet. See? Dang it. Well, that's going to be a deeply colored petal. Oh my gosh, you guys. So, a long time ago, I told you guys, I've been on a million design teams. And the cool thing about design teams is that you, like one of the coolest things is that you make these connections with all these other artists. And sometimes you find a friend or two or many. So on the Xyron design team, I found a girl who is from Michigan. And so, well, there were actually two girls from Michigan. Shannon lives on the western side of the state, and she and I just, you know, she and I just kind of hit it off. And then we kind of lost touch. And then, you know how something happens where you just happen upon somebody's, a post of somebody's on Instagram or Facebook or whatever. Anyway, I happened upon one of her, she had posted something and I commented, and then she commented back, and then we just started chatting. You guys, my friend Shannon is the most talented photographer. And so I want you to check her out. Her, let's see if there's a, okay, so her Instagram handle is _ capturing _ candid _ photography. She takes pictures. Tammy, oh my gosh, she takes pictures of birds that she captures birds in, oh my gosh, they're just stunning. So please check her out, Capturing Candid Photography. Her talent knows no bounds. And tell them Anne sent you. Say, Anne Corbiere-Scott Designs sent me. Everybody take a drink. I'm kind of digging these, you guys. And this is that chili red. Did you see my puppy injuries? Oh, she's crazy. But she's so cute. So we're trying very hard to just live in the puppy moments, you know. That's not to say that she doesn't frustrate us. Oh, she does. Tam, wasn't Reagan a puppy when you guys got her? Yeah, check out her. I'm telling you, she has this St. Francis fountain or statue that I think is in her yard, because she has many pictures of birds in that statue. Oh my gosh, you guys. Like birds landing on St. Francis. Shut up. Be sure to tell them Anne Corbiere-Scott Designs sent you, Deb. You'll love Cottonwood. You'll love that store. And make sure that you eat breakfast or lunch or whatever meal you're there for at La Crema. Or no, it's not La Crema, it's just Crema. C-R-E-M-A. Tammy can attest, and so can Carm. Carm's the one who turned me on to it. Keely and I have eaten, oh my gosh, it's so good. It's so good. They have this bacon. Oh my gosh. It was so yummy, wasn't it, Tam? It was so yummy. Cottonwood is from Apache Junction. I don't know exactly. Are you in Apache Junction or Tempe? It is about an hour and a half, I think, from Peoria. So probably about the same. You've got good weather for some pretty drives. You do love a fancy bacon. What's the other one we ate, Tam? Millionaire bacon. At where? What's the name? Dang it. What's the breakfast place we eat at? Tammy and I do love to split a order bacon. Dang it. What's the name of the one? The Good Egg. Apache Junction. I don't know how far north. You know what? I don't know. First watch. The Good Egg is an entirely different kind of breakfast experience, and it's delicious too. So Deb, I would use your Google Maps because I don't know exactly. I haven't spent a lot of time in Apache Junction, and I don't know because it might be. I don't know how far east Cottonwood is because you're pretty far east. But you might, well, Cottonwood is close to Sedona. Yes, my niece owned her home in Cottonwood before she married. Really, Vic? That's so cool. It is close to Sedona. It is. It's the cutest little town. Jerome is a super cute town too. Probably about 2 hours. You're right. You're right, Lindy. Lindy has the Arizona connection too. Oh, I kind of dig that, you guys. Got a little bit of an over. So I'm going to just a damp brush and then dab with my paper towel. Okay, let's paint something else. Yeah, Carm, don't you think, because I don't know how far east, I can't, in my mind's eye, I can't visualize where Cottonwood is versus Apache Junction. Oh my God, I love Jerome. Deb, you guys need to go on a day trip there. Oh, you have yourself a time. There's a place that, there's like a billion cool shops there. And there's, at the base of the hill, there's a candy shop and they make caramel corn, which I'm not a huge caramel corn kind of person. But they make a caramel corn that it just wafts the aroma of caramel corn wafts out the door. So we bought a big old bag of it and we put it in the back. We put it in the back of our car and we smelled it the whole way home, and then we got home and we ate it. Like as soon as we got in the house and sat down in front of the TV, we just ate caramel corn. Cottonwood is off. Yes, it is off I-17. Yes, it is. Everybody take a drink. I'm going to let this dry. I'm going to pull my Keely over here. Oh, it's the best. But Deb, I might suggest that you go to Cottonwood after the retreat, because we'll be working with something art glitter glue related at the retreat. Shh, for people who know. It's top secret, but it's such an amazing top secret. I can't wait. But then you'll have an idea of more like what to purchase. But Jerome, I love Jerome. I love Jerome. How long are you here, Deb, after the retreat? How long? I can't remember. You're here all of February. Are you here all of March? Seems like you, okay. Let's get all the Inktense over here. Through March. Okay. Let's pull all of the Inktense out, because I kind of have an idea for one of these hearts. Okay, I think that's all the Inktense. Okay. I'm kind of mad for, this fuchsia. Does that surprise anyone? Of course not. Okay, those are all Inktense too. So I'm thinking I'm just going to do a bit of, like just lay some color down, and then I'm going to bring in my brush, and let's do this knitted heart in the stockinette stitch. Let's do that all with one pencil. How fun is that idea? So we're just going to lay down some color. And these are all meant to be fussy cut, so we can certainly, I have this terrible, stupid brush down here. I don't know why I have this. Good morning, Joni. How are you? So now let's get this brush over here and get some water on this color. Move it around. Carmen and I just had this big conversation about moving color and how much we love moving color. There's just something about it, isn't there? Coming in, coming in, coming in. Vic, when are you getting to town? Okay. So, there's our base, right? I don't know what, I think I'm going to let this dry. I'm going to pull some of the extra pigment off with my damp brush. Do you hear somebody coming down the steps? Diddlunt, 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 diddlunt. That's what happens when you have a puppy in your house. And a husband. She must need to go outside. Okay, so let's leave that. The 23rd. Yay! We're getting the band get back together, girls. Okay, so now I was thinking, let's do one with graphitint. So those are this color. They're awfully pretty. And they're like more subdued colors. They're, I also have the graphitint watercolors. They're very cool too. I think there's one more, yep. Okay. So these are my colors. Oh, Deb, that's so sweet. Okay, so I'll see if Jeff will bring her to the retreat one day. Just for a little visit. Just for a little bitty visit. What if we do shades of green, you guys? That might be kind of cool. So I have all of these. What is this one? Sage. I think this is like a blue gray. What is that one? Cool gray, yeah. Okay. I'm thinking, let's start with this. What is this? Meadow. I love that idea. Here I have a little colored pencil mark here. Let's get that off. Okay, let's start with this one, shall we? I'm thinking, wouldn't it be cool to do like all of these facets, different shades of green? I think that might be kind of cool. What is this one? That's the sage one. I told myself I wasn't going to be a perfection. I'm not going to be too precious about this. What is this one? Ivy. Green gray. Let's do that up here. And let's do something green gray on this side. Because that crazy Anne, she did them all different. Slate green. What if we do this one, slate green? Remember, we're going to wet these because graphitint are also water soluble. Stop it. I'm loving that. I hope that you will all just find your way to coloring for Keely hearts and your March calendar art. And please post pictures because I love to see what you come up with. So I was let's put some of that down here. Talking to my niece and my sister yesterday, and Sienna just moved into this new place, and I was asking Teresa, I said, do you guys have any snow? And she said, no. And they have Highland cows in their backyard. And so they were we were FaceTiming, and so they were, took me on a little walk into the backyard, and no snow on the ground. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. But those cows, oh my gosh, they're so pretty. Sure they are. Now I can't wait to see this all like come together. You know what I mean? Sage, sage. Let's do one more with this color. That's still kind of wet. Michigan has all the snow. I know. It's so crazy, Lindy. I was talking to a friend who lives in Battle Creek, and she was telling me that Battle Creek has the most snow they've had since 1978. How crazy is that? Crazy. Let's see what we get. A damp brush. Oops. I know, I look at places like Lansing, excuse me, not Lansing, I'm sorry, Nashville. It's just, you know, they're just not prepared. They don't have the infrastructure to handle all that ice. It's just crazy. Some of that back up. Let's see what this one looks like. I think this is sage. Oh my gosh, I think this is going to be so pretty. And all these shades of green. So I'm, you'll notice that I'm taking my damp brush, I dip it in my water and then tap it off on my paper towel. And then I soften that color with the damp brush. And then, do you see how like we get that little bit of a pool? So I take my brush and I wipe it off I pull the excess pigment that's on my brush and wipe it down on my paper towel. And now I can come in here and your brush is gonna absorb that water if it's dryish. There we go. So then we can build these up. Do you know what I mean? We like to soften and then build, soften and then build. Oh, look at this, pretty. Same, wipe it off on my paper towel, come back in, tap, tap, tap. So pretty. Oh, that bright green, what is that called? Meadow. It's so pretty. I know Michigan has been hit hard, that's for sure. With all the snow. Okay, I'm going to pull that. There we go. Oh, I think that's going to be so pretty. So, it is time to say goodbye. And I will see you tomorrow in Stitch Along. But before any of that happens, I need to say thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I love our artsy time together. I just look forward to it so much. Be sure to open your newsletter. There's some really cool stuff in there. You'll get to see Carmen's take on the March calendar. She's the team member, the focus, the showcase, the team member showcase this week. Her artwork is stupendous. And remember, today is Norman Rockwell's birthday. Go into the newsletter for links and information about that. He was one of the first artists that I took a deep dive in. I remember getting a hardback, like a coffee table book from my mom. I think it was for my birthday. Maybe I was 13. I think maybe 12. Anyway, I just fell in love with him. And I just poured over that book. Just scoured the pages. So go scour the pages about Norman Rockwell today and be so happy that he's celebrated for American Painter Day. Oh my gosh, his style is second to none. And then go out and let the sun hit your face. Just even if it's for 30 seconds, you guys, just turn your face to the sun. Soak it up. It has restorative properties. I adore you all. Thank you so much. And I will see you tomorrow in Stitch Along. Bye, everyone.